Welcome to the VAC Systems Tech Training video for residential air duct cleaning. This video gives an introduction to common techniques for air duct cleaning that should be adapted to your situation. We will review the basic steps for residential air duct cleaning, including walkthrough and inspection, preparing the customer's estimate, return side duct cleaning, supply side duct cleaning, furnace and optional fan cleaning, finishing up the job. Starting with walkthrough and inspection. Count all supply and return ducts in each room. Check and count trunk lines in both supply and return side. Remove and inspect the filter. Inspect the furnace fan. Count all supply and return ducts in each room. Be consistent in your estimating. For example, start in the room furthest from the furnace and work your way through the house. Keep track of the ducts in each room. Here's a tech tip. Carry a small flashlight as you work. You can light up the hard to see areas. Check and count trunk lines in both the supply and return side. Most trunk lines are visible from the furnace room, but you may need to find them along the way. Remove and inspect the filter. Plan to install a new filter after the cleaning. Inspect the furnace fan. Take a photo of the fan to show the customer. For the walkthrough and inspection, count all supply and return ducts in each room. Check and count trunk lines in both supply and return side. Remove and inspect the filter. Inspect the furnace fan. Next, prepare the customer's estimate. Add up supply and return ducts and trunk lines. Note furnace and furnace fan condition. Review the quote with the customer. Get an okay to proceed. Here's another tip from our expert tech. Use a service software app to keep organized and prepare an invoice. There are several home service apps available to help you out.
So we got 10 vents, you got 16 additional vents, so we have a total of 26 vents. We have 2 additional trunk lines that we price at $69 a piece. So for everything for a standard cleaning today, we'd be at $495.99 after tax.
Cool.
Does that sound like it'd be something we could do?
Sure.
All right.
So remember, to prepare the customer's estimate, add up supply, return duct trunk lines. Note furnace and furnace fan condition, review the quote with the customer, get an okay to proceed. Next, let's get started with the return side cleaning. Move in your equipment, cut access and return side trunk line. Closest to the furnace, attach the 10-inch hose to power up the vacuum collector. Turn on the furnace fan. Air whip return lines, start with the furthest room. Brush or whip trunk line. Move in the vacuum collector, hole cutter, and everything you need to hook up in the return side trunk line. Cut access in the return side trunk line as close to the furnace as you can. Here's a tech tip. Cut your access hole 9.5 inches to best fit the 10-inch hose. Next, attach the duct attachment collar to the 10-inch hose and power up the vacuum collector. You will need a standard 110-volt circuit to run the vacuum collector. The collector will run throughout the cleaning process. Hook up power to a standard 110 volt 15 amp circuit and power up. Quick tech tip. Whenever possible, run the furnace fan when cleaning the return side to help move the dust towards the collector. Now start your compressor and run the air line to the furthest room from the furnace. Mask vents in many of the rooms to improve suction, especially in larger homes. Remove the register covers, air whip down the trunk, and replace the register. Use the ball valve to set your airflow. Air whip the return side vents. As you continue cleaning, you may need to switch tools and conditions change. For example, the air wand may be needed near the main level near the trunk line. Here's another tech tip. Use a cell phone for a better view and before or after documentation. Air whip or brush return side trunk lines. Here's a tech tip. Cable brush the trunk lines for potential added service. That's it for return side cleaning. Get your equipment set up, run the furnace fan, and air whip the brush and return lines. Next, set up and clean the supply side. Attach your 10-inch hose, air whip the supply lines starting at the furthest register, brush or whip the trunk lines. Here's another tech tip. Cleaning supply side, turn off the furnace. Air whip supply vents. A tech tip. Close the vent to prevent the blowback when you clean the boot. Air whip or brush supply trunk lines. Finish cleaning the supply side. Next up is the furnace and fan area. Remove and replace the filter, vacuum the furnace and compartment, clean the furnace fan. In many cases, this would be an optional service. Remove and replace the filter. Access the furnace and carefully clean. Here's another tech tip. Use a vacuum collector or a small vacuum to clean the furnace area. Clean the fan blades one by one with the compressed air. Finishing up the furnace area, remove and replace the filter. Vacuum the furnace compartment. Clean the furnace fan. The final step is to clean up and pack up. Remove vent masks, remove 10-inch hose and use sheet metal patch. Plug 1-inch access holes, replace the furnace filter, or advise the homeowner to make the replacement. Clean up your work area. Use a backpack vacuum or a shop vac to clean up. Load your tools and equipment. Patch 10-inch holes, plug 1-inch holes. Replace the filter. Clean up work area. Load up the tools and stay organized for the next job. Finish up. Remove vent mask, patch openings, replace filter, and clean up. Thank you for watching the VAC Systems residential air duct cleaning video.